All right, welcome back to the Highland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh, joined by one of the greatest over at 93.7 The Fan, Andrew Fillipponi. And Pony, one of the things I wanted to discuss here real quick, you said we're big underdogs. We're Team Black. Cam Hayward's our team captain. Team Gold is captained by Doran Dickerson. I think we got a pretty good team. Najee Harris is on our team. Tyson Alualu, Kendrick Green, Julius Page, Jason Gilden, you, me, Paul Zeiss. He sounds like Paul Zeiss would be a great catcher. Corey Graves, John Irvin, Colby Armstrong, and Diggs. He's the guy from Plum that's buddies with Pat McAfee. I like the team.
Well, the problem is the other team's made up of a lot of Steelers players who are in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of athleticism. We got to get by on veteran moxie and veteran savvy. And I think you're right with the Zeiss point. You know, will Zeiss be willing to take somebody out in this game? You know, that really is the elephant in the room. You know, if we're going to make a game of it against guys like Deontay Johnson and Pat Freiermuth, Dwayne Haskins, who's going to go on to have a great Steelers career, of course, Zach Banner, is Zeiss going to be willing to put his body on the line? And if the answer is yes, I like our chances a little bit more. But we might have to lie to Paul and tell him that the game starts at 5 so he gets there in time for first pitch at 7. That's one of my concerns because knowing Paul as well as I do, you know, he'll speed to get there, but he might get pulled over 2 or 3 times, and that might delay his ability to help us win the game.
You might have to tell him it's a golf course, too.
Correct. Very good point. And, you know, has the golf swing affected his softball swing? Because I've had a lot of people, you know, I don't really golf that much, but I've heard, you know, if you take your baseball swing out on the golf course, you're all out of whack. You know, some baseball players make great golfers, but that's not always the case because the two swings really don't have a lot in common. Yeah, you're swinging a stick, but the mechanics of it are so different. So Zeiss has been in a golf mindset for so long. A great athlete like you, who should be in Pitt's Hall of Fame, by the way, I'm sure you can do both, no problem. You're the Shohei Ohtani of Pitt Athletics.
I'll give you a little secret. I grew up playing baseball. I'm left-handed. I started playing golf right-handed. So it does feel awkward if I try to hit. Yeah, I try to hit a golf ball left-handed. It feels a little bit different. They're two different swings, like you said. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. We've got Matthew. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, I was wondering, with Ben's new diet plan, do you think it's going to revive him as a player? Do you think it's going to be beneficial to the team, or what do you think is going to happen with that? Or is he just doing it for himself?
Hey, Pony, this is a diet plan that's supposed to be better than Tom Brady's.
Stricter is what our buddy, former Pittsburgh sportscaster Ryan Burr has said, that he talked to someone very close to Roethlisberger who says that Ben is more dedicated to his diet than ever before. And the quote on our show was that if you saw Ben and the transformation his body's undergone, you wouldn't even recognize him. It's such a change. Now, you were at minicamp last month, and here he is right here. I mean, he does look like he's in good shape.
He looks the same to me, Pony. I've seen him a couple times. Out in the golf course, I've seen him. He looks the same. He looks like he's in good shape, but it doesn't look any different than he's looked before in good shape.
Yeah, he jiggled a little bit there when he jogged. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, but he's never been a skinny mini. I don't think I want him to be a stick figure back there, especially with that offensive line. He needs a little punch or a little cushion to deal with the hits that you want him to absorb this year. You don't want him to get the ball out in 2 seconds again. So, well, that's an interesting drill there. I haven't seen Ben do that one before. But anyways, Richie, yeah, I don't want him to get too skinny. And I love Ryan. He's a great reporter. He's done good things since leaving Pittsburgh, ESPN, Golf Channel, all those things. I'm not saying that he made this story up, but I question the motive of the person who gave him this information. I mean, they really want to make it sound like Ben has found a diet that's more exclusive in terms of food groups and things you can eat than Tom Brady. Come on.
I mean, for sure, he doesn't look like he was on the diet this time last year. I mean, we saw those pictures. But he's definitely in better shape than he was last year, probably comparable to the years past. So, and he's getting older too. So of course you got to you have to be healthier, and you got to put better stuff in your body the older you get. I know I found out that. So let's go out to Derek in Washington. How you doing, Derek?
Oh, hey, just a quick question and a thought on the ownership of the Pirates. To me, they're the major league, minor league of the majors. You know what I'm saying? They bring up all these prospects, they get them a couple years experience, and they sell them. So when they were going for the draft, are they looking for prospects that they can just sell in a couple years? I mean, granted, the owner's a businessman. He can care less whether we win the World Series. He's making his money off the profit sharing. So why would he change his strategy of not paying out a bunch of money?
Derek, these prospects have to be good. So if they're good, that means the Pirates are good, right? That's what we all want. And this is the way it has to be until there is a salary cap or a salary floor. It's just the way that baseball is configured.
Well, there kind of is a salary cap. There's not the floor because the luxury tax kind of functions as the cap. No one wants to go over it. But it's so high up there, it's so high that the Pirates aren't anywhere close to that, Richie. The question I would ask Derek, and I'm wrestling with this, is I really think Ben Cherington's a good GM. I think he showed it in the past few days. So why would a good GM with a World Series ring, why would he take a job here if he thought that the owner was just going to betray him and never give him a chance to put a good team on the field? They didn't hire some scrub GM with zero credentials and no track record. They hired a guy who's won the World Series before, Richie.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some time, though. I mean, we're in this for the long haul. We're 3 years away at best to be a competitive team that can compete to go to the playoffs, I would think. So now we have to go to our Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the day. And speaking of the Pirates, this one's from Joe Block, our buddy over at the Pirates.
Oh, look at Joe.
Pirates in All-Star game starting lineup. I think that's a pretty good stat. You have one of the worst records in National League, in all of baseball, and you got two guys starting. Last time that's happened is in 1992, Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke, and then you have to go back to 71, Willie Stargell and Doc Gallo. So that's pretty good company. I don't think Brian Reynolds, Adam Frazier are quite Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke type players, though.
And I don't think this year's team are the 92 and 71 teams. One won a World Series and one came disastrous ninth inning shy of going to one.
Yeah, we got to take a break. Back in a couple minutes.